Welcome to this meditation on raising your awareness. I'm Molly McCandless. If you're listening to this meditation, you already have awareness of your energy or you're working on raising your awareness. In this meditation, I'll walk you through clearing the energy that may be affecting your ability to raise your awareness. We will do that by clearing out the energy on the crown chakra. The crown chakra is the spinning vortex of energy that sits on top of your head. It spins clockwise on your head. So if you imagine the old CD players, if you took a CD or a old LP, they spin clockwise. That's the way the spinning vortex of energy spins on top of your crown. And that's our real connection to source. So any energy that's sitting in that space that's affecting your ability to raise your awareness, you're going to get to take a look at that tonight or today and clear that out. I'll walk you through all the steps. And by the end, you should have even possibly a lighter feeling. So let's go ahead and get grounded. That's how I start all of my meditations. So close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, relax, give yourself this next 30 minutes to have a nice healing. And let's start by gathering up our energy and pulling it closer in around us. And when I say your energy, it's really your aura that sits about 2 feet around you on all sides. 2 feet above your head, 2 feet around you, 2 feet under your feet. Our aura can get very spread out throughout the day. So it's always nice to scoop that, like literally take your hands and bring your energy back in around you. So it's sitting about 2 to 3 feet around you. And for those of you who know how to create a grounding cord and you have one attached, go ahead and release it, create a new one in present time. If you don't know what a grounding cord is, it's a way to connect your physical body to the planet and your spiritual body to your physical body. And this helps you to be more in your body and present. So a grounding cord is a line of energy that you can create from the base of your spine. I like to use the image of a hollow tube that I can imagine fastening in kind of in that area at the base of the spine. It's really the perineum, but it doesn't matter. You're going to be expanding it out. So if you can imagine connecting a hollow tube in at the base of your spine, and without overthinking it, direct that line or that hollow tube of energy down through the floor beneath you, down through the layers of the planet where it plugs into the crystalline core. And once that line of energy is connected, it begins to work with gravity so that you'll have a way to release energies that may be coming up for you. As we go through the meditation, I'll call out some energies that you may have an awareness are in your space. And if you have a sense of it or feel it or just think, yeah, I know I'm holding on to some stress, all you have to do is allow gravity to pull that energy down that grounding cord, that hollow tube, down through the layers of the planet where that energy ends up in the center of the planet and gets recycled. So once you have that grounding cord attached, imagine you can widen it out to at least your hips width. So it's as wide, that line of energy, that grounding cord's as wide at your hips as it is the center of the planet. So the center of the grounding cord all the way down to the planet is going to be about the same width. And that'll just help you to release more energies with more ease. So the first energy to have an awareness might be in your space is stress. It's the one I like to start with. Imagine from the top of your head, you could focus in and realize or have an awareness of where you're holding on to stress. You might hold it on into your temples, your jaws, your shoulders, your back. Anywhere you're holding on to stress, allow gravity to pull it out of your body and send it down the grounding cord. This is your way to get rid of it. Then tune into your body and your energy field, your aura, and just tune in and think, well, where or what have I collected up in my space? You might feel it. You might feel some energy sitting out to the side of you. Maybe you feel some energy above you. Tune into the energy that's collected up from just being in a human body on the planet and being out doing your life. So whatever you feel is in your space, send it down the grounding cord. Release the energy of all those demands in your space. Demands that you placed on your space or other people place on you. Maybe it's your family, your kids, coworkers, bosses, your clients. Tune in. You may even feel some of the demands in your head, like even around your ears, it could be quite loud. So wherever you're feeling that energy, remember, just say hello to it, like literally like hello demands, and allow gravity to pull it out of your body and down the grounding cord. And then one more energy. Have people collected up in your space? A lot of times, people will jump in our space or we'll jump in their space. Maybe they're wanting you to solve some of their problems, or you've just been in close proximity. Maybe it was a great meeting with somebody or lunch, but there still could be some of their energy in your space. So think about who you've been around and decide if you're ready to let their energy go and send them down the grounding cord. It does not hurt them. It just clears their energy out of your space. And this is something, if you could do this a few minutes a day, don't have to do it for half an hour, but even 5 minutes in the morning to set your day by getting this energy out. And then before you go to bed at night, it's a really great way to help you to sleep better. All right. Once you release, you need to replenish. If you haven't collected up your energy, meaning energy that you've left out in and around the world or the planet, there's a way to bring your energy back into your body. If you don't bring your energy back into your body and you've left it in places and spaces at work with people, electronic communication, you can become very depleted. So to bring your energy back into your body, imagine above your head, about 6 inches, you have a nice visual of a warm golden sun. And that sun can magnetize your energy back to you. All you have to do is have an awareness of where you've left it. So I like to see my energy go back into my sun as a colorful vapor. I know my favorite color, and I just see my energy coming back as a vapor into that sun. You could imagine there's a giant magnet in that sun that's just pulling your energy back. Only your energy comes back to you, nobody else's. Goes into that sun, gets filtered out. So don't worry about pulling it back from someone else. You'd want to get it out of their space, direct it into the sun. You might have left your energy in an office, in a restaurant, in errands that you ran. So see if you can bring your energy and direct it into the sun above your head. And when that sun is full, bring it in through the top of your head. Imagine you took that sun and it's like pouring liquid gold into your body. So start filling yourself in with your life force energy from the tips of your toes, up your legs, up your torso, down your arms, to your fingertips, up through the top of your head. Like you're hydrating a dehydrated sponge. That's your life force energy. I suggest doing this as well so that you don't become out of balance. If you release, you need to replenish. All right. Now we're going to get on to taking a look at the crown chakra to give it a clearing. So if you're familiar with my meditations, you'll know the next steps, which is reading or viewing the energy clairvoyantly. Let me explain it for those of you who might be new. In order to read energy clairvoyantly, you need a place to view it. So I'm going to walk you through right now being able to create a viewing screen. It's about a foot wide, a foot tall, out in front of your head. So create the image of a viewing or reading screen about a foot in front of your head. I like to make mine white because I think it's easier to see images. So that's how you view energy clairvoyantly, is on a screen in a symbol. So first, create the screen, give it a grounding cord, just like a grounding cord on your body. It's a hollow tube that connects into the base of that screen, anchors into the planet. That'll hold the screen in place. So now you have the screen in place, but you need to view the energy of your crown chakra. So how you're going to do that is in the center of that screen, imagine you have a clear circle. And as you're creating that clear circle, have the intention that that clear circle holds the energy of your crown chakra. And you might start to see colors and textures develop into that, develop in that space. They may be beautiful colors. What we're going to look for, though, in this space is the energies that may be affecting your crown that's keeping you from being able to access your awareness. So, just like on the body, you need a way to release that energy. So, at the base of that circle, add a grounding cord, a hollow tube that goes from the base of that, plugs into the base of that circle, and goes down through the layers of the planet into the crystalline core. So your body's grounded, your screen is grounded, and the circle on your screen is grounded as well. It's always fun to ask what percentage of space is being affected by foreign energy. So if you have had a problem accessing your information or raising your crown vibration, meaning like going to a higher level, then there's going to be foreign energy in this space. So you can talk to symbols, and that's what I like to do is ask, okay, well, what percentage is me having or trying to raise my awareness being affected by foreign energy? So ask the circle that very question. How much is me raising my awareness being affected by foreign energy that you might not be aware of? Listen for a number, say 0 to 100. And whatever percentage you get that's being affected, that's the energy you're going to want to clear. And we'll go through that. Get your number, and we'll check that number again at the end. Take a look at that circle, and anything that does not look like a high, bright vibration, that looks like a texture or color that you know doesn't belong. Maybe it's dark and sticky or lumpy. Remember, that circle has a grounding cord, works with gravity. Show that texture or color the entrance to the grounding cord at the base of the circle and send it down the grounding cord and let gravity pull it out. It'll go down the grounding cord where that energy gets recycled when it hits the center of the planet. So let's do an overall release, having the thought that those percentages of the foreign energy can start to release. And just so you know, whatever you work on your screen out in front of you in a symbol translates to releasing off your body. You might be viewing it in front of you, but it's actually releasing off your physical body as well. Okay, I'm going to get to specific energies I want you to look for. So, ask to be shown in the circle the programming from others to keep you small or from owning your crown so that you don't vibrate quite so high or so bright or can access that information. That could be literally programming from anybody. It could be from parents who didn't want you to own your crown because you came out too high and bright. So you start dummying yourself down. So that can go all the way back to birth. So whatever you see as a texture or color, release it out of that space and down the grounding cord. You might have an awareness too that programming could come from competition from siblings. Siblings are notorious for getting in our space. Like, don't vibrate higher and brighter than I do. So when I'm saying the programming and I'm talking about parents, I think you should look for your siblings as well in that space and send their energy down the grounding cord as well. If this moves a little fast for you, listen to it again. It'll be posted on YouTube, and, or I guess it is, it's being re-recorded. But anyway, listen to it again. You can hit pause if you know that there's more um, energy to be released. At least you have the template for it. Excuse me. All right, I want you to go back and look for spiritual competition. That could be from anyone who, again, doesn't want you to have your spiritual information or is threatened about you raising your vibration. I see this all the time. So let's look for spiritual competition and release it. And those of you who do a lot of spiritual work or go to spiritual gatherings or classes, you may feel that spiritual competition. To me, it feels like a heaviness on the crown. And something you can do too is, as you're looking at your screen, I like to take a sticky gold rose, like to visualize a sticky gold rose in my hand, and I'll literally visualize myself rubbing it, running it around my crown chakra clockwise, postulating that sticky gold rose is like a lint roller that can collect up foreign energy or whatever it is, whether it's competition, pain pictures, maybe unconscious energy from others. You can use as many as you need, and then you visualize that rose, sticky gold rose that's like now gummed up with junk. Put it to the side and blow it up just to clear that. All right, let's go to the energy. If you have a partner who might be afraid of you raising your vibration, because if you raise it too high, you could possibly leave them. That could be the picture that they're in. So if you have a partner, go ahead and look for their energy. You might see them as a person in that circle or just an energy and a texture, a color, and release that. All right, the next energy is judgments. Judgments about you taking a next step, judgments that you might be showing another soul energetically, how high you're raising your vibration, and that lights them up, even if it isn't verbalized. So look for judgments in that space showing up as a texture, color, and send it down the grounding cord. The next energy is invalidation. Look to see where you've been invalidated by, or when you've tried to take a next step and somebody's tried to literally pull you down. So look for anywhere there's a judgment, a comment, anything that invalidated you about your spiritual growth, or your raising your vibration basically in your crown or your awareness in your crown, and send that down the grounding cord. Okay, and here's a big one, religious programming and control. Certain religions can be really controlling about uh, how much you can have in your crown, because if you vibrate too high, then they can't control you. So look for a texture or color around whether it's religious programming from this lifetime or a past life. Textures or colors that show up, send it down the grounding cord. And for some of you who are raised in some intense religious or cult-like homes or spaces, you may need to go back and really work that and just work religious, like basically deprogramming out of your crown. And I suggest you do, if that's an energy that you're sitting in or you see it really activated. All right, I want you to look for the energy of fear. And that could be fear about raising your vibration. What does that mean? How do I handle that? So look for any energy in a texture, color that is showing up as a fear and send it down the grounding cord. And again, I'm going through these pretty fast, so I suggest listening to it again if you need to spend some more time on a specific energy. All right, another energy is anywhere you were programmed to dummy down your crown chakra so that you wouldn't make other people feel uncomfortable. So ask to be shown in a texture or color anywhere where you were programmed to dummy down your crown, your brightness. Whatever shows up, release it. And then finally, ask to be shown any lower vibrations in that circle that keep you from accessing your information. I'm not sure what that will look like because each of you could be unique with energies, but you might just look for a texture or color, any unconscious energy, but anything that's trying to keep you at a lower vibration, look in that circle and release what you see. And again, going forward, if there's other energies that you know have affected you with certain people or situations or organizations, go back and do this again. Clear that energy out. Okay, visualize the sticky gold rose in your hand and run it around both sides of that circle. So you could run it around the front side that you're looking at, turn it around, collect up energy on the back side that maybe you missed. Use as many sticky gold roses as you need. Then explode that rose. Just hold it out to the side of the symbol, explode it. And now I want you to create a gold sun above that symbol. And into that sun, add some energies like I'm safe, raising my vibration, personal power, wisdom, intuition. Take that golden sun and bring it in through that circle. Fill it into the edges. And then ask that symbol again, that circle, how much foreign energy is in your crown that's keeping you from accessing your awareness? And see if there's less, or that if you have more seniority, you have more availability to access your crown. So get your number. Hopefully it's a better number than what you started with. And I want to say one thing is we don't want any chakra 100% open. If you had your crown totally open, that would allow lots of beings and foreign energy in. So I can't tell you exactly what the vibration is or how open you want it, but maybe start with like 50%. So if you had a dial just like that, you could dial down to like 50% open, so you can still get some great information, but it's not so open that anybody can come in or cord you or jump in that space. So be very aware it's really not the best idea to have any chakra 100% open, like that you're really setting yourself up for foreign energy coming in. Okay, to clear that picture off your screen, imagine a gold bubble to the right of your circle. Slide that circle into the gold bubble. Imagine you have a pin to pop it, and it just disperses into a billion little pieces of gold. It's just transforming that into another energy. Now it's time to fill yourself in. So above your head, create a golden sun. Imagine you can collect up your energy that is now able to come back to you from places and spaces that you just cleared. So create a sun above your head. Direct your energy that was now freed up into that sun above your head. Bring that sun in through the top of your head. Saturate all your cells and organs. And then create one more golden sun above your head, and we'll put some nice energies into that that you want to vibrate at. Now that you've cleared your crown, you might add the energy is I'm safe accessing my awareness. So see those as words written as gold or just as postulates. I'm safe raising my vibration. Add some energy of self-validation, personal power, wisdom, intuition. Anything else you want to add into that? Because that's what you're going to be saturating your cells and organs with. So fill that up with high vibrations. Bring that sun in through the top of your head. Saturate all your cells and organs. You can even allow some of that gold to run down through your grounding cord, so you're grounded from the center of the planet, up your legs, up your torso to your fingertips to the top of your head with that high vibration. Well done. When you're ready, take a couple of deep breaths, open your eyes, and come out of trance. Hope you enjoyed this meditation. Thanks for tuning in.